Hello, this is Sage from Kalkine's News Desk. We're about to present to you one of the featured trending news topics in Australia. Australia is facing perils of a hotter future. Hot summers are no longer a reason to enjoy a day at the beach in Australia. Australia's largest city is burning with 50-degree plus summers, making it extremely difficult to remain livable. On Saturday, several parts of Victoria and New South Wales experienced an extreme heatwave that started sweeping across Australia's southeast. Heat has now been identified as #1 climate threat to Sydneysiders. Heat kills more people in Australia than any other natural disaster, including floods, cyclones and bushfires. Now faced with the prospect of 50-degree plus summers, experts are of the view that highly urbanised parts of Australia may become unlivable within decades. Let us now understand what's making the Australian suburbs unlivable and causing the heat waves rise beyond the normal. On January 4th, 2020, Sydney was struck by a heat wave that broke temperature records. In the suburb of Penrith, at the foot of the Blue Mountains, the mercury hit 48.9 degrees Celsius, making it one of the hottest places in the world on that day. Low socioeconomic areas experienced the highest of temperatures, with a high proportion of people who are vulnerable to heat, including the elderly, those who are socially isolated, and those on pensions who cannot afford to run the AC. Western Sydney's geography is one of the prime reasons for the heat waves rising. The desert to the west acts like an open oven door, blasting hot air at the suburban sprawl. Sea breezes do help to cool the city, but are only effective as far as the edge of Parramatta. Combined with climate change, high-density development and clearing of the tree canopy, the westernmost suburbs are getting alarmingly hot. Concerns of the rising temperatures are rising too. A project called Sweltering Cities is surveying residents to hear what it's like to live, work and travel around Western Sydney on days of extreme heat. The responses so far have painted a scary picture, with people stating the situation as dreading. The CSIRO and Bureau of Meteorology has estimated the average number of days over 35 degrees Celsius in Western Sydney that could increase by up to 5 times by 2090. Another concern owing to the rapidly rising heat waves is a future of rapidly escalating health costs. Therefore, radical action is the need of the hour. Efforts of reducing the ambient air temperature itself through planting trees or using heat-reflective materials are being looked at. New South Wales Government is working towards efforts to mitigate the extreme heat of future summers by planting 1 million trees by 2022. To soften the impact of high temperatures, building houses with insulated roofs and double-glazed windows are being aimed too. Plans to better forecast and track heat are also being developed. Thousands of temperature readers to map the eddies and flows of heat in the area are being installed. The Bureau of Meteorology has introduced a national 3-day heatwave forecast and is also working on a heatwave predictability map that it hopes will better inform Australians about the severity and duration of each heatwave as it rolls in. Emergency Management Australia is a separate project which aims to draw on survey data to identify the locations of people who are most vulnerable to heat waves. Concerns on the heat waves in Australia are plenty and rising drastically. Therefore, the solutions to heat require cooperation between many stakeholders, including developers, planners and different levels of government. We are hoping for radical solutions to be developed to make the cities in Australia livable in the near future. Thank you for your time watching. This is Sage for Kalkine.